Well, good morning, everyone, and this is a special edition of Good Morning English for the new year. So, quick poll, how many of you actually make New Year's resolutions? And more importantly, how many of you stick to them? So, do you make New Year's resolutions? Let me know in the comments. But more importantly, do you stick to them? So, are you team New Year, New Me, or are you team resolutions are overrated? I really want to know your thoughts. Now, let's kick off today's session with a quote. The secret to getting ahead is getting started. And Mark Twain said this. Let me repeat that. The secret to getting ahead is getting started. I have a lovely plaque on my wall that says, your dreams don't work unless you do. Okay, so the secret to getting ahead is getting started. And this quote always reminds me that the smallest steps can lead to the biggest changes. And I don't know why, but I feel that this is especially true at the start of a new year. Okay, so today we're diving into the world of New Year's resolutions because it's Good Morning English, Good Morning New Year. And we're going to talk about resolutions, what they mean, how to talk about them in English, some key vocabulary to help you express your goals confidently. But first, let me tell you a quick story about one of my most memorable resolutions. Okay, so I read a book called The 5 a.m. Club. So a few years ago, I made a resolution to wake up at 5 a.m. every single day. I was really motivated on January the 1st. But by January the 3rd, I was hitting snooze like it was my full-time job. Okay, I'm not getting up at 5 a.m. I prefer to wake up when my body wants to wake up, and then I'm happy to burn the midnight oil, work later into the night, but 5 a.m. doesn't really work for me. So, has anyone else struggled with this? Do let me know, join the conversation. But it's interesting, funny, how resolutions always seem easier on paper, but the problem is the execution, right? Well, if you're ready for today's vocab, we have our word of the day, idiom of the day. I think there's a binomial, and there might even be a little bit of grammar in store for you. So let's start with word of the day, which is a resolution. Resolution, resolute, firmness. So a resolution is a firm decision to do or not do something. I'm resolute. I am resolute. My mind cannot be changed. This is my resolution. It's a firm decision to do or not do something. So my New Year's resolution is to stop buying things that I don't need. Okay. Good example sentence. I made a resolution to exercise more this year. No, not going to do that. Sorry, not going to do that. I'm pretty lazy when it comes to exercising. But if you send me to Europe, you send me to Italy, I will happily do 20,000 steps without complaining. So that resolution's not really going to work for me because sticking to resolutions requires discipline, right? So the exercise resolution's not going to work for me because I don't have the discipline. Okay, so resolute resolution. Got that? If you're comfortable with that, let's move on to the idiom of the day, which is turn over a new leaf. And turn over a new leaf means to make a fresh start or to change your behavior for the better. Turn over a new leaf. So with the new year, perhaps it's time to turn over a new leaf to focus on healthy habits. Okay, turn over a new leaf, make a fresh start, change your behavior for the better. If you're someone who is lazy, maybe it's time to become active, turn over a new leaf. If you are someone who is always negative, who sees the glass as half empty, perhaps it's time to be more optimistic, to turn over a new leaf, change your mindset, turn over a new leaf. I like this one, turn over a new leaf. And our binomial for the day is trial and error. Trial and error, nothing wrong with trial and error because it means you're trying, at least you're trying. Trial and error means trying different methods until you find what works. So, some of you, if you're new to the channel, you may not know this, but I started this channel at the end of February 2024. And this entire channel is trial and error. I'm trying different methods until I find the one that works, until I fully understand who my audience is. So if you can take the time to let me know where you're from and what your English level is, that really does help me to understand my channel better. But it really is trial and error. I tried Good Morning English. I tried Advanced English. I tried short storytelling, which I did not expect to work, but that was probably the most successful on this channel. So it's all trial and error, right? I guess it's all just a matter of trial and error. Now, when we're talking about resolutions, there's this grammar error that occurs so often, and it's time for grammar fix. Are you ready? Okay, so I will do resolution to study more. I will do resolution to study more. It sounds wrong, but what's wrong with that sentence? Well, I will make a resolution to study more. Make a resolution. So we make a resolution and then we stick to the resolution, but we don't do a resolution. We don't do a resolution. So make a resolution, stick to a resolution, but we don't do a resolution. Okay. Now, quick question. How do you usually start your resolutions? So pen and paper, are you old school? Do you write them down? Do you call a friend, tell a friend, or just like wing it? Like, I have this idea in my head. So let me know. Do you write your resolutions down? Do you tell a friend? Or do you just wing it? And just quickly, I want to reiterate, because I think this one's important. It's make a resolution, stick to a resolution. Don't make that grammar error. And another quick quiz. Which idiom means starting fresh? Spill the beans, turn over a new leaf, or hit the hay? Yeah? Drop your answers below. Come on. No cheating, no Googling. Don't ask ChatGPT. Right. So what did you say? Did you say turn over a new leaf, starting fresh? Well, perfect. Okay, so hit the hay early, go to bed early, wake up at 5 a.m., turn over a new leaf, Nas. Sounds interesting, but I'm not buying. I'm not buying. Okay, now, fun fact. Did you know? I love did you knows. Okay, did you know that only about 8% of people actually stick to their New Year's resolutions? Shocking, right? So, I guess I'm not part of the 8%. Are you? But here's the good news. Small, realistic goals are much easier to achieve. So don't aim for perfection. Aim for progress. Wow, I should write that somewhere. I need to hear that more and I need to focus on that more. Don't aim for perfection. Aim for progress. Wow. That's deep. That's profound. That's like a message that I needed to hear. Don't aim for perfection, aim for progress. I am a bit of a perfectionist, but perhaps progress is good enough. Aim for progress, not for perfection. Oh, I don't know. What are your thoughts on that one? Do let me know in the comments below. Now, I want to wrap all of this together with a quick story for you guys. And remember, our word of the day was resolution. Make a resolution, stick to a resolution. And our idiom was turn over a new leaf. And our binomial was trial and error. What I've been doing for the last 10 months on YouTube, it's all trial and error. So let's put all of this together into a little story that I have to share. And it's about a student of mine, Anna, who made a resolution to learn one new English idiom a day. Just bite-sized pieces, one new English idiom a day. And at first it was trial and error. She would forget to do it. She would mix it up. It wasn't perfection. It wasn't perfection, but it was progress. But eventually, it became a habit. And by the end of the year, she had a notebook full of idioms. So even small steps can lead to big changes. Now, if anyone out there is an IELTS student, this advice is really great for IELTS students. Don't try or aim for perfection, aim for progress, and don't try to master 100 idioms in a weekend. Just watch our weekly Good Morning English videos. And by the end of the year, you would have what? 52 new words, 52 new idioms, 52 new binomials, and 52 perfect pronunciation, and maybe even 52 different grammar corrections, right? So before you go, before you run away, I'd like to know your story. Remember a time when you set a goal, when you made a resolution and you actually stuck to it. How did it feel? Why did it work? What made it work? I'd love to know, so drop your stories in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this episode, then don't forget to like. And if you are new to my channel, if you've only just found me today on New Year's Day, well, Happy New Year. And do take a moment to subscribe to the channel if you want to keep learning, and maybe even share this video with someone who needs a little New Year's motivation, someone who maybe is studying for the IELTS exam. So, what can I say as I wrap this up? Here's to turning a new leaf together. Was that good? If it was, send me a little emoji. And that's it for today. I'm Nas, and it's ciao for now.